Houston, our instruments are showing that we have a incoming message from deep space. Repeat, Houston, we have an incoming message from deep space. Houston, we will begin playing message now. Houston, we're going to try and translate that up here. Hold for translation. Translation complete. We'll begin playing message now.
Hey, it's me, Melissa.
What do you do when the aliens invade? Take a shot of MK Ultra and watch Melissa Jade. Put on your tinfoil hat and tune right in. We got that crime spree, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, a complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, where it all bends understanding. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Aliens is on the sun or in Area 51. Time travels, unravels, haunted castles, tops are baffled, potential experimental thoughts that make you transcendental. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Crime sprees, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, what it all bends understanding. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa.
Hello, everybody. Happy Members Only Monday. Hey, Harlot people, me. We have Wendy, Eyes Wide Open, Lydia Jade, Nana Banana, Hippie Chick, Grandma Cece, Jen, Michelle, Chris. Notifications suck. Hi, Catherine, Homer Green, Sarah Bellum, Kathy D, Marianne Morris, Rhonda, Creative Minds, Chezzy, Blue, Con Artist, okay, Forgets and Chiggles, Shelly Bean, Keith. Yeah, Keith, I'm going to continue where we left off yesterday, and I want to finish this video. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Chloe Moon, Julie, Hazel Eyes, Petunia, Dawn. Hi, guys. Happy Members Only Monday. I'm happy to be here with you guys. Thank you for anybody who is a member of the channel. Your support is so greatly appreciated. Before we begin, let me bring your guys' attention. This is Abdul Aziz Khan. He has been missing since November 27th, 2017 out of Atlanta, Georgia. He would be 13 years old. He was abducted by his mom, Rabia Khalid, and a felony warrant for kidnapping was issued for Rabia. He may go by his middle name, Aziz, and Rabia may use the last name Bergos. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but here is an age-progressed photo of Aziz. So if you or anyone you know has information on their whereabouts, this is Rabia, Aziz's mom, who's 39 years old. Please contact the U.S. Marshals New Orleans Task Force or the Atlanta Police Department at the number located in blue. He really is adorable. Yeah, Jennifer M. Or you could try unsubscribing, resubscribe, and make sure that your notifications are on all, not personalized. And I've always wondered what are personalized notifications, because it's not like you get to choose. I know, Shakto, I just went live. You don't get to choose what are personalized notifications, you know, but I don't know what the point of that is. So we got to just make sure you choose all, right? And don't be in top chat. Hey, there was someone I had caught up on my emails yesterday, but there was someone 2 nights ago who said they had reached out and to look out for an email. I don't remember who said it though, but I haven't opened an email that the context seems to fit. So if you're that person, please remind me, because I didn't find an email that stood out like that person was trying to get my attention. Hi, Anna. Hi, Dog Mom, you are up on our big screen right now in the shelter. Could you please say hi to everyone and let the dogs know you said hello? Hello, the dogs. Hi. How cool is that? Dawn, I'm so happy. I'm happy that you're a member. Hi, Fragile Like a Bomb, Victoria. Hello, Scara. And the VLs play the College World Series champ. Good luck to whatever team. Hi, Roro. You're perfectly on time. Hello, dogs. So, good luck to whatever team you're rooting for, Scara. So we started some of the, like, it was day 2 and 3 of the trial. I wanted to finish out this video. I don't know if we're gonna finish it out today. Hi, Amethyst Wolf. How are you, darling? I'm not sure if we're gonna finish it out today, but I wanted to get through this chunk of the pretext call, and it's interesting, kind of like seeing Letecia's body behavior once again, because during the trial, her head is down. She has her face in her hands. And for someone who it's her opportunity to be heard, this is her truth, would be sitting up and confident with her face looking out. But no, I think her body behavior is indicative of the guilt. She can't even keep her head up while her own words are being played because it's straight bullshit. So you'll see movement. Good Tennessee, Scara. Yeah. And that's what I like, I want to jump through some of the witnesses at trial, like Harley, Al, Dr. Dorothy Lewis. Megsy bought my membership. I hope she floats into chat tonight. Me too, Dawn. Me too. So she, remember when she mouthed happy birthday to Harley? It was just so manipulative. It just makes me so mad because she has so many victims, and I don't know, like, just I don't know. I struggle with words because I try to understand, what is she looking for, like, right, where is that backup iCloud that she was talking so confidently about? I have no concern, I'm gonna be exonerated. Okay, well, here are your own words being played, yet you're face down. Yes, and both of their links are in the description of this video, along with every Letecia video I do. Both Allie and Bendy's links are directly in the description. She was supposedly sick that day. She held up the start of court that day. That's why the judge let her put her head down. Ugh, I know. And because originally, this is day 2, I believe. And she was in that right corner, but she was swiveling. Eventually, she starts to swivel and she starts to be disrespectful. And Judge Werner ended up putting her between her 2 lawyers, took away her swivel chair, which you guys know it's a big difference between being able to kind of move versus sitting stagnant. And he said that the jury has the right to see you in normal clothes and not chained. But if you continue to flip the bird or act inappropriately, I will chain you underneath this desk. So the jury can't see the chains, but you also can't do inappropriate things with your hands. Ooh, I've been watching the trial on my own, and it does look like she's stuffing toilet paper in her ears. Yeah, I remember that. Hi, Jean. How are you? So we're just going to pick up kind of where we left off yesterday. Again, this is the first of the pretext calls, and during this call, and I don't want to say it hasn't gotten too crazy yet, but this is where he has a lot of patience. It's very early on, and he's allowing Letecia to have that control, to believe she has that control, and she's just kind of talking, not getting into much detail. But when he starts to push back, it's going to get more and more and more bizarre, guys. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Kate. So I kind of want to count how many times she switches narratives.
Run to the hospital. You know, you and I've had that conversation before where you would say, like, every little thing later ran to the hospital. I was trying to evaluate it to see, as long as he was talking fine, normal.
Oh, you've never heard them before, Amethyst Wolf? These pretext calls, Amethyst Wolves, I've never seen anything like it. Now, Letecia's evil extends so far beyond the murder, and these pretext calls, what she did to Al, there are no words. There honestly are no words. And it's not that she thinks she has control over it, which again, it's bizarre. The things that she's going to say in these pretext calls, one, she self-incriminates because she admits to driving on a certain road, you know, the road that ultimately she would ditch Gannon's body. She admits to the, oh yeah, you're gonna find blood on this wall because of, and she changed the story numerous times, but it was these things that were very incriminating because she's acknowledging certain evidence she knows that they're going to find. So these were really golden. They were so important to the case, yet it's mind-blowing that anybody could ever think this was going to work. Now, like I said yesterday, what you're going to hear on these calls are Letecia desperately trying to get Al to agree to have their family come back together. Her only sole mission is, well, let me come stay with you. Don't you miss us? You're supposed to be standing behind me right now. Al's sole mission is to get information on his child's whereabouts. He already knows, hey, Keith, he already knows at this point his child is most likely not alive. But it was about getting his body. And so then they could also prosecute Letecia. And so this was a few weeks before her arrest. And yeah, you're going to hear this constant back and forth of Letecia trying to manipulate Al and get back into his good graces. And basically, Letecia, for whatever reason, believed if Al being Gannon's father, that Al had the ability to stop the investigation. That's why you're going to hear Letecia scream, I need immunity. I need immunity. You need to help me. Letecia thought Al being Gannon's father, that if Al turned around and told detectives that I believe my wife, I don't want you looking into her anymore, that they would listen. Yet that's what Letecia doesn't seem to grasp, hi double M, is that it doesn't matter even if Al believed her. And even if Al said, I don't want you to pursue her, they were going to do what they believed was right, period.
Normal. I didn't see at that point in time that he was under any kind of pain.
I got you.
Say that to me.
Okay, all right.
That was a lapse in judgment on my part. I apologize. But he started to pill it because, you know, obviously he starts to pill things. So
at this point, she's talking about, this is, again, the first call. It's very early on. This is Letecia giving her, and when I say the first version of events, no. The first version on a pretext call, okay? Hi, Leslie. And so what she's referring to now is Gannon sustaining burns from the candle incident the night before, and he started to pick at them. So we paused it last night right as she was getting kind of into early Monday morning.
Along with peeling that, he started peeling his fingernails. So, and I'm like, that morning, I sent you a picture of Gannon.
And she also is supposedly still on an Indian man's phone that she borrowed. Hey, Shane. So at the beginning, over like an hour ago, she said, I don't have my phone. They took my phone into evidence. I had to ask this Indian guy if I could use his phone. So we're supposed to believe this entire time she's on this random guy's phone that she has to borrow.
Laying in bed on Monday morning. To your phone.
Yeah, right.
Gannon was laying in the bed, whatever.
I know, Julie.
I went back in there, checked on him, gave him some more water, made him drink some more Pedialyte because he wasn't eating because he was so upset. And that's when I noticed he started peeling things, like on his arm. And I said, and at that point in time, which I told you, like I told them, didn't have blood that was on his arm and on the side of his wall. I guess from sleeping through the night, whatever it was, peeling it. Because we toted him back down to his room after Lena decided to go back to bed.
On the side, you said on the side of his wall? You never told me that.
No, I told detectives this.
Oh.
Now, again, self-incriminating. Oh, absolutely, Homer. But you're going to watch Homer. I don't know if you've ever listened to the pretext calls before. This is when he's very patient, and it's right in the beginning. There's days of pretext calls, and towards the second half, he can't hold it in. I don't think the FBI, like Grusing, expected him to hold it in anymore, but he did not believe it at all. He knew. But here Letecia is again self-incriminating herself because there is blood found all over Gannon's bedroom wall. She knows that. So she's trying to excuse, as if one burns blood, they don't bleed, but even picking blisters would account for the amount of blood they found. Hi, riddle me this.
You never talked to me about this.
Okay, fair, fine. I'm just, this is new. I've never heard that before, so now I'm even more worried about him.
So they should have told you this. So then I went in there that morning, sent you a picture. I said, Gannon, why do you have blood on your wall? Okay, it wasn't a lot. Don't panic. It wasn't like.
Oh, so it wasn't like a lot, like all over the place? It was just like a little streaks or something? Oh.
I said, Gannon, says, did you peel those things? Yes, he did. I said, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to re-bandage your arm. I says, and if you're feeling bad or it starts bleeding, you get a fever, anything like that. I says,
I think appreciate.
Because I was going to go talk to the man about the bike.
Right.
He said,
welcome, Grandma Sherry. Thank you so much for becoming a member. We're happy to have you part of the chat with us.
I have to do that first. You want to go to the hospital now? Of course, maybe I shouldn't have asked the kid that, but based on my judgment and what I was seeing with him, I didn't think that he needed to go right away. We went on about our business. And I said, if you start to feel any pain or hurt or whatever like that, we'll just drive to the base. We'll explain to them what happened with the fire. We monitored it through the night, so on and so on. That was our intent. That was the plan the whole time. Everything.
No, it wasn't.
Nothing wavered from doing that at all. Gannon asked me questions. He was just like, why does this happen to me? Why do I always get hurt? Because, he had hurt his foot on the boards outside. And I said, Gannon, we're going to figure all of it out. Don't worry about it. We will replace it. Okay? So Monday morning, after all this, I was like, Gannon, we're going to go find, which I probably shouldn't have said to him that he would have known that it was on him. But I said, we're going to go find someone to replace the carpet. He says, and then we'll get it fixed. We won't worry about it.
So a pretext call is a tape recorded phone call between usually like a suspect and someone. That's what pretext calls mean.
We'll monitor your arm through the day, yada, yada, yada. So we're going to go get some coffee, just hang out. And I said there were some things I need to get for the pet store. And
it didn't even get crazy yet.
Meet the guy about the bike. And that's the reason we drove the truck, because if I end up blocking the bike, I was going to put the bike.
So in this narrative, she's telling Al that I was going to buy you a bike. We were going to buy you a bike, and we went and met up with this random guy.
Like in the back of the truck.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And it also knows that when we left, we took my softball bag, Charlie's softball bag with that, stuff like that in it, helmet, because I was asking him, did he want to stop by to look at those hockey skates? So we took any of the old equipment that I had, and we loaded it in the back of the truck, which was the long Easton bag I have.
Funny.
Yeah. So you took Harley's bag?
Harley's bag, because she don't use that bag.
The little book bag, the softball bag that's like a book bag.
Right.
Oh.
So we were going to take it to that sports place and see if they did like trades, whatever.
Yeah.
We were going to surprise Lena when she got home if I could got him 2 new things of skates or hockey skates or whatever. Cause
You talking about Play It Again Sports over there that we went to?
That's why we were so far across town.
I gotcha.
All right, so that was our plan for Monday. Go to Play Against Sports, get some coffee. We needed to get gas, and we were going to monitor his arm along the way. Go check on the thing about the bike.
Right.
We go to, drive around. I think we went to Dunkin' Donuts first, and then the gas store, or it might have been by its first.
Like over by our house, Dunkin' Donuts.
Went to Dunkin' Donuts by our house. The Dunkin' Donuts Sharon lady already released the video of us going there. You can see my arm reach out the window, fucking grab. Sorry, I didn't mean to say this, and I'm just over all this. Grab the coffee out the car. Then I turned around because I was about to get Gannon a Frappuccino, but he said he didn't want any. So then we drive off from the Dunkin' Donuts. So then we drive from the Dunkin' Donuts, and we go up. I turned 87 somehow, but meant to turn on 25. Needless to say, I wanted to buy.
80? You mean 85?
Yeah, 85, 87. Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
I went up towards Nevada, which is where like Holly gets her eyelashes done, that type of area.
What, like past? Wait, you talking about past Walmart and all that? Like not towards Fountain, the other way.
Oh
right?
yeah, she's holding her ears, man.
But the roads. Okay, remember when we went to the recycle at before and the road split?
Yeah, way down there, close to. Yeah, okay. But that's towards Walmart. Turn. Yeah, okay, I got you.
Thank you, Nana Banana.
So that's the route that I take, which I'm sure they have because I'm not hiding anything from the GPS that I took. So I went that way first, and I realized I was like, oh crap. I was like, I probably should have got on the other exit because I really didn't know. Lately, I've been trying to find my way around, like what exits to get off of, things like that. So I get off and realize, like, oh, this is the way to where we went to the recycle thing at. So I just got driving and end up making a curve and turning you back to 25, Nevada, and all that. And I was like, oh, there's the Petco. I was going to go to PetSmart, but we ended up Petco, so whatever, same thing.
Petco? You went to Petco like way over there?
That's the only Petco there is.
I don't know. The only one I know is the one we went to by Target that one day.
I might know Holly's were?
Yeah, that's PetSmart though, isn't it?
Right, that's what I was saying.
I got you.
I was going to go to PetSmart, but I went to Petco.
I got you.
So I go to Petco and hop inside. Gannon wanted to stay in the car playing the Switch. He was like, you want to stay in the car playing the Switch. Again, Colorado law is he can stay in the car at 11 years old.
Oh, so he had it.
Colorado law is interesting. How she, hi, Shiny Popstar. Interesting how she made sure to look up what the Colorado law is, because that's really normal just to throw that in there at any given time.
So he took his Switch with him.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. He had his Switch, playing his Switch in the back of the car.
You talking about a truck, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, in the back of the truck.
Okay.
Hey, Trio Girl
So
Mom.
he was playing his Switch in the back of the truck. Well,
to make sure she
in the first time,
isn't admitting to anything.
Yada, yada, yada. I was going in because Sadie has been having like I don't even know what it is. She needs to get her vet paperwork so I can get her checked. I didn't know girl dogs have like periods or like stuff come out. I didn't know this. So I walked in and found these little pads that they had.
You bought dog outfits when you're at Petco, number one. You weren't buying period stuff. But two, you didn't know female dogs had periods. Well, that's the hard part, Amethyst Wolf, is that a lot of us believe that she was abusing Gannon's ADHD medication. Cannot say that for certain. She was not sleeping. We know that because of the digital evidence. It shows that she wasn't ever active on her phone for more than like 1 to 2 hours at a period of time. So she wasn't getting full REM sleep. I don't know anybody who would go that long unless there was something that she may have been taking, but I can't say for certain. Hi, Secret Squirrel.
And I'm like looking at them, whatever. And I set the phone down because I'm like, and my mind is so blown that dogs have this. So I'm like looking at it, freaking out, thinking, okay, should I get these or should I just call it a pet?
And I think at first she was trying to account for more blood, guys. I think she was trying to account for blood, not realizing they're able to determine it's human blood and whose blood it is, but she didn't know that at first.
So then maybe it's just something weird coming out of her body parts or something like that. Whatever it may be. So then, go back up to the front, look around. I look out the door several times. And these people I know have said, she was suspicious looking out the door. I was looking out the front door just to make sure nobody was at the truck because Gannon was in it. That's all. It was just, he was in the truck.
Hey, Payson.
What if he needed to get out pee or, whatever. That was the only reason I kept walking back to the freaking front door just to make sure he was fine. He was in the truck. So then I get 3 outfits. God forbid I got 3 outfits and only had 2 dogs. Because, of course, this is what these people talked about. I got 3 outfits.
See, she's worked too much on snapping back because, again, this was mid-February now. The murder happened January 27th. She was very active on social media and the Facebook groups, and people were talking. People were wondering, why did she make 2 Petco trips? Why was she so far out there? Why'd you buy 3 dog outfits when this child is supposedly not feeling well and sick? Yeah, you bought 3 dog outfits, but no period supplies? Interesting.
Checked out, walked out, got in the car. From there, we were going to go to the Play Against Sports.
But wait a minute, why were you so? I'm kind of confused because you said you were worried about him getting out, but we've gone to the gas station and he's never tried to get out of the car. So what was I don't know, maybe that's nothing, but what made you freak out that day?
Parked on the front
Right,
row.
science sense?
I was parked a little bit off. So, if he needed to get out, use the bathroom, or he was looking for me, or whatever.
Okay, all right, yeah. I was just, that kind of was weird because, he's usually, he does what we tell him, stays in the car. But, anyways, go ahead.
Hey, but not Albert. Exactly, he does. Just like I told you, he could have stayed at home on the.
Just like I told you, he could have stayed at home. I don't know what her true intentions were. I don't know if Gannon was already in a condition where she was driving around hoping he would have passed, or if she was trying to plan something. And either way, it didn't go as planned. And that's why she went back really with only a very limited amount of time before Elena got home and committed the murder. Thank you, poor Linda. That's so very kind of you. Congratulations to whoever just got busted out and received the membership. Please thank poor Linda if you were lucky enough to get it. And sorry, guys, I may be a little low energy. I'm I don't want to say I'm not feeling good, but just one of those, you know what I mean? Hi, Queen Bella.
The normal basis. But he was feeling well.
Yeah,
so I was
I got you.
What he had to prove, whatever.
Yeah.
Just trying to be a good parent. That's it. It wasn't no.
I know.
Thank you, Science Sense, for being a member for 6 months.
It just was weird that you said that, but it's okay. I'll just go ahead.
I went on, got the thing, checked out, left. I don't remember if we were stopping at another store in between there or what. We were headed to go to the Play Against Sports, and we were headed to go talk to the dude about the bike. Well, they had my phone,
yeah, it's Monday,
so they can see that the guy wrote back about the bike with the pictures, and I was asking about prices and yada, 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 yada. And I was like, can you?
Thank you for becoming a member, poor Linda. So again, now she's driving around. Petco's here, Dunkin' Donuts there, Played Against Sports, but then she was meeting up. Hi, Starlight Angel. She was meeting up with this guy because they were going to buy a bike off Craigslist for Al. Don't forget that.
I didn't want to go to the man's house with the bike, without I wanted it to be legit, Got me in the car, and I only had me in the car, got Gannon in the car. So I thought, I need to, understand, I need to make sure this is legit. So I'm send me a picture of the bike. Can you call? Can you whatever? And he wasn't acting he was wanting to give me information that he could meet me at a safe spot to go look at the bike.
So you weren't going to go to his house or something? He was just going to meet you in general?
I told him messages that I didn't want to just go to some random person's house, and that's probably why they're looking at this whole Douglas County thing, because he lived almost at Douglas County.
Again, self-incriminating. She knows that they were tracing her movements. So here Letecia comes and she accounts for what she, like, the places she's gone and things that they're going to find. And she's trying to make an excuse. This was the first narrative for the pretext calls, was meeting up with the guy off Craigslist. But what things, after she fully gets out her story, things are going to start to crumble very quickly.
Okay, yeah, that does sound sketchy. That was probably a good decision. So
yeah, great decision.
So again, open book with them. They took my GPS and everything. We got to Douglas County, and me and Dana was talking about it, and he was like, "Do you know this guy?" And I was like,
"So wait, I missed the part. You said so you went to Petco, but you said you were going to play it again. Did you never go to play it again? I forgot."
We didn't never make it to play it again. That was on our agenda, but we were trying to go for the bike first.
Oh, okay.
The FBI and the investigation, there was so many agencies on this. They absolutely would have been honest with Al. Al was aware of the blood evidence. You're going to hear him confront her on it. With how Letecia was acting, that is why the FBI are with Al. Okay, they're recording this. They wouldn't have given him false hope. Al absolutely knew that there was a very small chance that his son was still alive.
Sorry, I got confused. I'm sorry.
Okay, it was a priority first. Okay, so I was gonna go out to meet the guy with the bike, and somehow they have my email. They subpoenaed all that. They can see the information coming from the Craigslist. Okay.
Oh, it was Craigslist.
So someone had something on Craigslist.
Oh man, that's sketchy, isn't it? Yeah, I don't trust that shit. You there?
You went and bought wood and stuff on Craigslist.
Yeah, I mean, for you to do it, and Craigslist, I never trust that shit because they always have those sketchy people doing, I don't know, stupid stuff like meet and greets and stuff. You always told me about that, remember?
Yeah, but this was just a bike for sale.
Okay, I'm just saying, I'm worried about you and my son's safety. That's what that's
my point. That's why I realized, I said, well, we rode through, okay, so when you go up Palmer Lake heading to Douglas County or whatever, we went that way. It was supposed to be that the guy had a warehouse somewhere between the Palmer Lake area or whatever.
8,000.
Warehouse of bikes or something?
She said he had a couple bikes that he used to do riding and touring and stuff like that.
Like those bikes I was looking at doing those rides, like through Alaska or whatever?
Right.
Okay.
So, get out on this road. So, if you're on, I want to say it's exit 165 or 163. Okay, I think that's what I want to say the exit was.
Oh, on 25?
Right. Okay. Yeah. So, you know how you're going to, before you get to Castle, it's where we went to take the, remember how traffic is backed up? You can take that back road.
Oh yeah, before you get to like 182 where the outlets are or whatever.
You can take that back road.
Yeah.
The Castle Rock.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so it was off that, but to the right side, not to the bougie side where like the boonies and stuff was at. It was off that way to the right side. So I originally got off, and again, they can see this on my GPS. I got off, I went left, and went down that little hill where the little people were at, and I thought, this can't be.
Where the little people were at, but not the same little people who are in her vent at jail. These are different little people. But do you see how the same way in the footage that when she was arrested and she admitted to shooting Gannon because she believed he was in a cape and it wasn't him, she takes the evidence she knows that they have at this point and she builds a narrative around it. Hi, Lisa.
be the right way because he was saying something about signs and all this. Turned around at the little, I don't know, woods or whatever, came back up, went across the street, realized it was on that right side. I think it's called like Palmer Lake or something like that.
Oh, she
Supposed
knows.
to be looking for this place, still didn't see it, and then it ended up being
Palmer Lake is where she dumped Gannon's body at one point. This is what she does.
like all mountainy and dark. I say dark, it wasn't dark in the day, but like, you know.
Yeah, like
dark.
woods and stuff, yeah.
We turned around, left out of there, and I was like, well, this doesn't even look too great. Again, let them go search that area all they want to.
No, Emily.
They're barking up the fucking wrong tree because all we did was went through there looking around and trying to figure out where this warehouse was supposedly at.
So you were in the truck or out of the truck?
We're in the truck.
Oh, you had me worried. I'm like, you're out of the truck in the woods looking for a warehouse?
No, it was just driving through there. It was like down, around, up, around. You know, Colorado has all these mountains and shit like that. So
Yeah,
I came back
Leslie.
out, got back on 25, and was like, crap. I was like, I don't even like think that was a good place. Me and Gana was like, why can't we just go buy it at the store? Don't they have
Right. It wouldn't have been dark in the day, but it would have been dark when she dumped Gannon there. Correct. Yeah, Blue. Yep.
Walmart, you know? So we're like talking. I was like, yeah, I'll just figure out another place to get a bike. Because the whole thing was I was going to buy you the bike and surprise you for Valentine's Day
Yeah,
for it. That
okay.
was like the whole shebang.
Yeah, I would love that for sure.
At this point, we never got to play it against Forest because it was approaching the time that we needed to be headed back.
Okay.
So I said, Gannon, I'll just come back and go to play it against Sports again later. Don't worry about it. Your daddy and I have been talking about getting hockey sticks. So we come back up, heading back towards the house because, we had to get back to Atlanta. Oh, I forgot to tell you a point that we left that day because I put my notebook down. Let me go back to this.
Because I put my notebook down, and this is what happens when I start to freestyle and I don't look at my notes, just like I did during the Bethel interview. I forget to include some things because, again, I'm not pulling it from memory. I'm reading it from the notes.
On Monday. Okay, on Monday, when Gannon and I left, we found someone in the neighborhood who was working for the Lorson Ranch people. So this is why I came back to you and said I didn't think it was the carpet guy. I say working for the Lorson Ranch people. I don't know who he worked for.
Like whatever that Emery Homes or whatever it's called.
He was working for the home company. I approached the guy, asked him, could he go fix the carpet? That was before we even hit the road.
So that was before Dunkin' Donuts and all that?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I meant to tell you this. So it was before Dunkin' Donuts and all that.
Wow, you meant to tell him this. You're meaning the person who is responsible for all of this, you forgot in your timeline stop number 1, which would be meeting Eduardo and asking him to fix the carpet and giving him the code. You forgot that in this timeline. Interesting. I know, he was a beautiful boy.
So I gave him the garage code because he apparently worked for the company or whatever. I gave him the garage code and told him I had money sitting on the counter because Charlie was gonna. I remember I've been playing those lottery ticket things. I was get tens because I was like, well, he can just have those tens and I'll get more money from it. That's why I had one on the lottery. Well, that's why I thought that the carpet person, had access to the house, whatever. Come to find out later on, he didn't even make it there. But I'll get to that point when we get there.
Oh, snap. So look at her doing a switcheroo. Narrative 1 for pretext calls. Throw out, it was never Eduardo at all. It wasn't the carpet guy who did all this. Let's listen to Letecia's new version of events, shall we?
Why would you give him access to the house?
Well, because he was
Yeah, but
part of the people, and Gana was with me.
okay, all right.
So I didn't think anything was a threat if the children were with me.
Yeah, I got you.
someone was gonna come in or whatever.
But that, you know how I am about that stuff too.
Yeah, I don't
right?
know what's
mean,
up with the voice.
Anyways, I don't want to stop you. Just that kind of worries me there. But go ahead. You there?
I didn't give him a
Yeah, she's there. She has to flip the page and look at the notes. I don't know what happened with the voice. It kind of happened when Gannon's photo came up. I'm not sure, but I'm sure it's going to jump back.
code to be any kind of whatever.
No.
I was trying to get the carpet fixed so the boy could not be so upset.
I got it. I'm just, I just don't like, you know how I am. I don't like have people having access to our house and stuff. But, whatever. Just go on because I don't think that's a big deal. So.
Anyway, so back to what I was saying.
Sorry.
I want to make sure I didn't leave out that point.
Okay.
So, fast forwarding on.
Yeah, the boy distancing.
We have to get back because I knew that Lena would be coming home at some point. The original plan was we were going to go pick Lena up. That was the original plan. We're like, hey, we're going to go eat sushi tonight. And everybody been talking about eating sushi.
Yeah.
I don't know why her voice sounds like that. I could see, because I'm playing from Grizzly, I could see that like there's little sections. You guys could see it on the screen. So I'm hoping once, like in another minute or two, when this section gets done, it'll just jump back. I'm not sure what happened there, and I don't really know how to fix it, but I'm sure it's not going to stay like that. Thank you, Jack. MJ claps hands, not cheeks. Thank you so much. It's very appreciated. You're awesome. Thank you.
I wanted to stay at home. And I was like, no, Gannon, you probably shouldn't stay at home. You still aren't feeling the best, whatever. You should not stay at home. I said, so we're all going to eat sushi. If you don't like it, you can just get rice, chicken, yada, yada. So that was our plan for the day.
I like it, Victoria says.
We got home about, I don't know what time the alarm got set off. 2:30, 2:45, whatever the whole crap is. Okay. Well, I noticed that during the time frame, I set the alarm to alarm away. And I have it from the ADT.
Thank you, Emma.
Somehow, during some point, the alarm changed from alarm away to alarm stay.
What point? If you,
I had all this, and which was on my phone that they took.
Oh, okay.
And the difference between alarm away and alarm stay, guys, is when it's on alarm stay, there can be movement within the house without the alarm going off. Alarm away would mean that there shouldn't be any movement in the house while we are away. Yes, Danielle. So this is the first pretext call. This is the most calm of all of the calls because Al is giving Letecia room to put her story out. And then it's only going to be changing from here on.
Okay. All right.
And I said, hey, what are the steps in alarm going to arm away to arm stay? And they instructed me that if the door was not open with a sensor, it could have been that you accidentally set the house to alarm away, and it would have went to arm stay if it noticed movement that was already in the house.
Oh, I got you.
Right. But there's a sensor on the garage door.
Right.
Okay. So keep this in mind.
There's a sensor on the garage door?
I know, and the door coming in from the garage, there's no sensor.
No, you said there was. So, there's not. I didn't think there was.
Yeah, I was saying there's no sensor. I might have said it so fast. I was saying there's no sensor.
Okay, sorry. I misunderstood you. I'm sorry.
So, either you can come in, you can set the alarm to arm away, and you can walk in through the garage, and it will immediately go to arm stay. Or, you can set it to arm away, and when the dogs move, and it will go to arm stay. As long as that back glass door wasn't triggered, and that front door wasn't triggered, it will not change.
Okay.
So,
all right.
keep that in mind, okay? So,
hey, Robin.
This whole thing about your neighbor, he got paid $5,000 to release this video. It's a proven fact. Okay?
It's a proven fact. She says that the neighbor, and she's referring to the video where you see her and Gannon leaving in Al's truck and then returning home 4 hours later. And you don't see Gannon get out, but he does right before the murder occurs. She accuses them of paying the neighbor thousands of dollars to only release one side of the footage. That has been debunked, but she says it's been a proven fact. Because Letecia says it.
He got paid $5,000 to release this video. It's a proven fact. Okay. It's already been looked at by tens of thousands of people, and it's been investigated again, and Stauch got out the other side of the vehicle.
Now, this is what is interesting, and thank you so much, Micro Kimmy, for being a member for a month. That poor, sweet baby boy, he was so loved. His dad's impact statement broke me. I didn't know about Gannon until seeing your content covering it. Really, Micro Kimmy? It's a very, there's so many moving parts to this case, but yes, Gannon was a sweet, beautiful boy, and what Letecia did to these parents, and that's one of the reasons that, you know, please keep an eye out for the red flags. I feel like Al became desensitized to them. If you're in a relationship and you see these flags, get the hell out. Get out. But at this point, this is the one thing I think Letecia was being honest about. Gannon got out the other side. You just can't see it in the footage. But because everybody didn't believe her and speculated he never came home, she was mad. She was mad because I think it was the one thing she was being honest about. But then, if you guys remember the Gruesing interview, she changed her story. And she's like, if you believe Gannon got out the other side and he came home with me, then there's no point of even talking to you. Because then it popped in her mind, oh, wait, I could actually use this to my advantage and say, Gannon never even came back home with me.
Okay. All right.
Shadows, movements, infrared, whatever you want to call it.
Hi, Rope Scout.
Gannon got out the other side of the vehicle. Okay.
So, okay. All right. So he's home with you now, is what you're saying. I just
2:45 or 2:30, I'm not sure exactly, but in that time frame before Lena got home, you know, I'm getting out, going in the house, or whatever. Gannon goes in, and Gannon goes straight to his room. I go upstairs because I was like, had wanted to try to get on that Peloton the other night. Didn't get a chance to. Put my headphones on. Yada, yada, yada.
Yada,
So
yada.
I'm in there. Gannon asked me, that you said they could go with a friend. You then text me, I don't know exactly what time, but at some point in time, you had told me, don't let Gannon go with a friend or something.
Yeah, right.
Gannon came back and said that you said.
Look at her again, blaming both victims, you know, Gannon being the victim and Al. Gannon said, you said it was okay if I go with a friend. That's what he told me. So it's on you and it's on Gannon then if he lied to me.
He could go with a friend and come back later tonight. Again, I said, your daddy said you can play with your friends in the neighborhood, but you cannot go with some friend in some car or whatever it may be. Put my headphones back on. That was where this gets where I have completely parts of the information and not parts of the information. You're not.
So this is where I only have parts of my memory. Conveniently, right when Gannon goes missing is the time where I black out and I only have bits and pieces of information. Are you guys ready?
Another loud noise downstairs. Not even about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes later, maybe 20 minutes. Yes.
But I thought you said you were doing the Peloton.
No, I said I've been wanting to go back and get on the Peloton because I didn't get to.
Oh, okay.
The other night, so I had my headphones on and I was kind of like trying to get in the pre-workout mode or whatever you want to call it, because my goal had been trying to get on the Peloton every day.
Yeah, right.
So then
Yes,
I
you
heard
talked
another noise again, and I was like, I pulled them off my ears. I know they're noise counseling, but I also am not stupid. I don't wear them all the way on my ears because they freaking.
I'm sorry. Did you just say that you took your headphones off? Because during the Bethel interview, you said all throughout your head being smashed, all throughout the sexual assault, all throughout everything, those beats held on for dear life.
Hurt, and I was like, get in! Didn't hear anything, and I just thought he's down there bumping and wobbling and, you know, doing his thing, whatever it may be. Still sitting there, just chilling, doing whatever. Heard another loud noise, and I thought, okay, this is it. Like, I thought he was stomping around, you know, doing crazy things, whatever. He's supposed to be going to go play with a friend. When I walked downstairs at that original point in time, I thought that guy was the carpet guy.
Okay.
Similarities? I didn't really remember exactly what he looked like, but I remember some of the details.
What? But you said he had hair dark like yours, a bandana. You said he had craters from acne, ma'am, with a mustache. So you're telling me that whole story of Eduardo and the carpet, it was not the carpet guy at all. Actually, Al, let me tell you what it really was. It is on normal speed, Con Artist. I'm playing from a Grizzly because I wanted to have the trial, but I think once this, you see how like everything is chopped into sections, like at the bottom where the red bar is. As soon as this section started, I don't know why the voice altered, and it happened at the same time Gannon's photo came up. So I'm not sure, but Emily said that it fixes itself. So I'm pretty sure when it gets to the end of this section, her voice is there's nothing I could do. Oh, she always over-explains, Amethyst Wolf, and it's a tactic of the lying, right? You give an abundance and over amount of detail for things that mean nothing, and then none for the things that matter. So kind of just listen to how much she explained. And we started yesterday, so it took 2 lives to get to this moment. And then what matters, which would be this part of the story, Letecia already opens with, now I don't remember, and this is where I have gaps. So she was able to give abundance amount of ridiculous, irrelevant information. And then when we get to the point where it's important, I have gaps in my memory.
Now, fast forward, you'll hear me say night after night after night after night, I dreamed of different things that have added detail to this.
Oh,
I thought it was the carpet guy because there was carpet everywhere, boxes, you name it. That was the loud noises that I heard. Next thing I know, I'm out, blacked out. And which I told you this.
Yeah. So what?
Oh, next thing she knows, it perfectly was that footage you have of me and Gannon returning home, and then bam, I'm out. I have nothing. I don't know. And I dreamed actually these details over the course of the next few nights. Wow. Okay.
But what I'm concerned about with that is, did he take all those boxes and carpet with him when he left?
The carpet was already in the house.
Oh, but what about what? I just don't remember seeing any of that stuff when we got there. Did you clean? Is that part of what you cleaned up or whatever?
No, the carpet was. I saw it there when the police watched me take my stuff out.
Mm.
Okay, but you also mentioned he had a bunch of boxes and stuff. But I mean, it's not a big deal. I was just wondering because
boxes like laid out everywhere.
Right.
I told the detectives I thought we were getting robbed.
Okay, I got you.
I thought that was the whole point of boxes was to get robbed.
Okay, all right.
On Gannon's table, which I'm sure it had to been if it was swiped correctly, I hit my head on the back of Gannon's table. Like hard. On the back of Gannon's table.
What table? The one I made him?
Yes.
Like the back of it up against the wall?
You know, as in the back of my head, and there was the table right there.
Oh, okay. I thought you said the back of the table. I'm sorry.
No, the back of my head. at his table. Okay. So from there, a lot of it was a blur because I hit my head.
I got you.
I just remember certain pieces here and there. I remember Gannon running and like jumping on the guy who I thought at the time was the carpet guy, and I thought we were about to get robbed.
I'm so sorry, Diving Owl, but happy anniversary for him, and I will say a prayer tonight. And I'm happy that you want to be here with us. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, Keith. I've heard these calls before. This is about as nice as she gets with Al. It's only downhill from here. This is because it was the first call. Al was on his A game. They're recording. These are pretext calls recorded with the FBI. He was doing his best, but it only gets insane, more bizarre. I don't even know how to explain what's to come with these pretext calls if you haven't already heard them. Even if you have heard them, there are things that we've picked up that you didn't pick up the first time around, second time around. This would be my third time around listening to them, and there's still things that I didn't pick up the first couple of times. Neat Noodle says, this poor woman has had more head injuries than most players in the NFL. Oh my goodness. It's true though.
I just remember bits and pieces like that, trying to push him off, and all I remember now that I sit back and remember, like, play it in my head again, play it in my head again, play it in my head again. It was a very calm conversation with Gannon and this person. I just remember him asking questions, the same questions he
asked. So you remember nothing, nada, zilch. But then I conveniently remember that while I'm in my fog and haze, Gannon and this person are having a very calm conversation where he is asking Gannon questions. Don't ask me what the questions were. I don't remember that. I just remember conveniently them being very calm.
Yeah, me, they were talking about. And I don't, who do you have me on speakerphone with? Because I know you do.
What are you talking about, Tisha?
Who's listening to my conversation?
Me and you. I'm trying to figure out, like I told you the whole time, the truth. I just want the truth.
Who you got me on speakerphone with? I know you have me on speakerphone, and you hear John Grusing like, you know, like, and Al's like, no one. And Tisha's like, fine. So, you know, and it's like, Tisha knew, but she still couldn't control herself. She still couldn't, which tells me you had that little voice. You had that little voice in your head that knew better, yet she ignores that voice. She ignores it. And thank you so much, Roro, for the super sticker. It's very kind and generous. Very much appreciated. So thank you so much.
Dude,
what are you
talking about? And I don't, who do you have me on speakerphone with? Because I know you do.
What are you talking about, Tisha?
Who's listening to my conversation?
Me and you. I'm trying to figure out, like I told you the whole time, the truth. I just want the truth.
Okay, so during that time, I heard that same thing that Gannon asked me about knowing his mommy. Why do you think I've been adamant about you saying to you, oh my God, there's a piece that we're not putting together, that we're not missing, there's something different.
So do you remember yesterday, if you were here yesterday? Hi, Monica. Letecia said, now I'm going into all this detail with you because maybe something will stand out and you'll be able to put a piece together. And she said that when she said that Gannon had asked her, do you know any of my mom's friends from, and I forgot what area. Now listen to her say that, oh, I realized it was, Gannon said it was one of my mom's friends, and she's incriminating. Not only after murdering their son, Coastal, thank you so much, Nana Banana. Yes, Coastal. No, she could not help herself, Chessie. So not only after murdering their son and doing everything that she did, but she tried to blame his mom for being responsible, and Al at times. Currently, even Al.
Knowing his mommy. Why do you think I've been adamant? Dan asked me about knowing his mommy. Why do you think I've been adamant about you saying to you, oh my God, there's a piece that we're not putting together, that we're not missing. There's something different. I don't know how to put it all together. But Dan knew something about something. And all I kept hearing him say was, do you know where Uncle Matt is at? I don't even know who Uncle Matt is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I ain't never heard it. The only Matt I know of is what's her name? Your sister.
Well, that would be his uncle, and he wouldn't know him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why when you said that 20 minutes ago or whatever, I just like I had never heard no Uncle Matt. So
when I woke up and like
minds.
out of this state of confusion, going crazy, whatever was going on, I remember Gannon saying he will be back later.
Oh,
Okay.
convenient.
Like Uncle Matt saying he'd be back later.
Gannon said he would be back later.
Oh, Gannon said. Okay, all right.
So in my mind, I'm like, did I really like what the fuck just went on? Okay, hit my head twice. Had to fight off some dude that I explained to them and gave them a subscription of.
You have a fucking doctorate. You gave them a subscription for it, $19.99 a year. Creator face. A description, Tisha? You mean a description, not a subscription. Okay, but please do carry on, Dr. T. Stauch.
Went on, okay? Hit my head twice. Had to fight off some dude that I explained to them and gave them a subscription of the whole entire time. Okay? I have been adamant about this, about finding this person.
Is that the Mexican guy you were talking? You told me about the Mexican guy.
He was dark-skinned, and I say Mexican because I assume.
Tisha, you just said she. You mean he was dark-skinned?
I never.
Subliminal slip. Again, when describing a fake, I don't know what to call it, person responsible for whatever it is, and it's yourself, you'll have those slips and you will describe your own features. An inscription.
Said she, I said he.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. It sounded like you said she. I'm hearing things again. I'm sorry.
Mexican guy, okay? I gave him the description of that, but to me, dark-skinned, I mean, their own stepfather could look Mexican.
Dark-skinned?
Right, and at the time, it wasn't Mike, obviously, but in that time frame, I'm trying to figure out first, and is this
dark-skinned, and she taught your children. This is a teacher.
real life? Because I was totally, completely in shock what was going on.
Were you?
I thought we were going to get robbed. I thought they were about to take everything. I thought someone was trying to hurt Dan. I hit the head. I didn't really know back and forth what to do. I was a little bit out of it. I'm not even going to lie. My body system was already weak because you know how it is in the first 4 to 5 weeks of being pregnant. That's my mind was complete.
Oh, yes. Remind you, she's pregnant. At this point, she's 8 weeks pregnant, but at the time of the murder, she would be 5 to 6 weeks pregnant. So not only do I have these huge lapses of memory, but you also know, Al, don't you know what it's like to be pregnant in the first few weeks? Yeah, because Al would know, right? Al would know what that experience is like. Tisha. But listen to her, and she begged Al. I showed you guys the text messages. Please meet me at my sonogram appointment. What would have happened if Al wasn't at his breaking point and wanted to put the effort into catching her in a lie and said, okay, I'll meet you at the doctor's. Letecia does not think past the lie right now. And what are you going to do in that situation? She'll figure out how to get out of that lie when that time comes. She's the type who I'm only looking to solve the solution for right now.
in the first 4 to 5 weeks of being pregnant. That's my mind was completely fucking gone.
Oh.
And my mind jumped up after everything. And I said, okay, Gannon's going to be back. Gannon's going to be back. I paced up and down the stairs. During that
So,
time,
babe, hold on. Why did you tell me you got raped, and now you're not telling me you got raped?
Yep.
You think I want to tell you what a man done to me?
What a man.
I mean, but like that first day, I told you I would do everything within my power to protect you and get you the help you need for that. But
And I went for
that's
that.
a key part of the story. I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting it straight.
And I went.
That's a pretty bit. You're right, Al. That's a pretty big key of this story. But you think I want to tell you what a man done to me? Okay, Tisha. But you can't just yada, yada, yada over to, well, I thought Gannon was going to come back because I heard him say, I'll be back later. But you're acting as if a brutal rape didn't just occur, according to you, where that would be a cause for concern, would it not, Letecia?
For that. And that's not something that I want to be like. Do you think I want that blasted on El Paso News?
Okay, but this is me. I'm just trying to help you in this situation. Make sure you got what you need from that. But if I don't want to get you worked up. So go ahead.
Poor Tisha.
Because this hasn't been hard to know that like somebody was there trying to hurt me and Gannon.
Here comes Tisha. She's the victim. Listen, I'm 8 weeks pregnant. I'm craving a fucking pickle with some Cheetos. You don't think this is hard enough? Okay. Here's Tisha, the victim of this situation. If you ask Tisha who is the biggest victim of Gannon's murder, it would be Letecia. And she genuinely believes it. Thank you so much, Starlight Angel. How generous is that? Starlight Angel just busted 5 people out and gifted them membership so they could be a part of the chat. Please thank Starlight Angel if you are lucky enough to receive a membership. I think I'm gonna tell you what a man does to me. But go ahead, carry on. Yeah, she should go back to her notes. But poor Linda, she's doing the same thing here that we saw in the Bethel interview, where she pulls out her notes and sat them on the couch, but she didn't look at them once. I don't know why she does this to herself.
Getting knocked out of it.
I understand.
Trying to fight for my body, trying to fight for someone not doing something to my body.
That's why I'm just trying to make sure I know everything that happened. Remember, this is about the truth. This is not about anything but me and you and the truth. So.
And I can't tell people that because then they're going to say nothing to me, call me names, and you won't even want me.
Why would I not want you? I don't understand what you mean by that.
Have you ever heard someone call a rape victim a name and poke fun at them? I find out the first thing I do, every time I see someone that was sexually assaulted on the news is go nana nana poo poo and point my finger at them. Isn't that what you all do? Like, she doesn't even listen. She doesn't even listen, man.
I didn't know what was going on. All of it was a blur, in and out, trying to figure out. I got up at one point and ran to the door and sent Lena away. Sure, anybody in a logical state of mind could have said, why didn't you give Lena a note to run to the neighbors? He knew everything.
Amethyst Wolf, I'm not, and anybody here can tell you, because we've, this is our Tisha study group. We've all been here. We've all have examined every single piece that's out there. When I tell you never, I'm not exaggerating. Letecia never once even pretended. And that's, I guess, a fascinating aspect of it too, is that I think we've all accepted a long time ago that she never felt it. But the fact that she never even tried to appear as a loving stepmom who is innocent and misses their child and is concerned, and never, not once, we saw more emotion in Letecia with Kobe Bryant's helicopter crash than we've ever seen. And not only that, She only ever shows disgust, hatred, resentment for Gannon after the brutal murder.
He knew everything about us. He knew our names. He knew where we worked. He knew where Harley worked. He knew where we drove.
So back up a second too. So just because I want to know about Gannon's well-being too. We already covered what happened to you, but you're saying that initially you told me Gannon got beat up and he took him away, but you didn't say that this time. So please tell me.
Gannon jumped on his back. Like when he was trying to hurt me, Gannon jumped on his back. And that's clearly what I told the detective.
Okay, so what happened to Gannon in that instance? Because I got to know that.
I don't know. I just remember Gannon was on the other side. I was on where the door was at.
Okay.
Gannon was behind me on the floor and was crying. And
Was he bleeding or anything? Was it like?
Know that if he was bleeding or anything.
Okay. All right.
I just remember. All I could barely see what was going on.
Was there any blood on the floor after you got? Do you remember anything like that?
When I woke up, there was no blood anywhere. I probably went after the second time. So when I ran back upstairs to send Lena away, and I said, Lena, please go get the milk. Harley pulls up. I says, Harley, please take Lena to Dollar Tree. And they're like, okay. I said, please take them now and get these items. Exactly what I did.
Did Harley notice that you were distraught or anything?
Harley was, she was just looking at me like, what? And I said, please just go get the items. And Harley was like, what are they? I was like, carpet spray for the dog smell and the carpet.
Thank you, Peace and Serenity. I will appreciate your live. There's a million questions I wish I could ask you. Are you me? But thank you so much. We appreciate you being here, and ask away. Ask any question if you're referring to me.
Carpet powder for the dog smell. And Lena and Harley left.
Okay. All right.
Because I didn't want Lena and Harley to come in. And there you got two more people involved in this. He's downstairs with Gannon. I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm freaked out like if I'm in some Lifetime movie.
I'm not super knowledgeable. Listen, everyone in this chat has studied this case, just as much as I have, and so there's many times the chat corrects me on stuff. So ask away. If I can answer, I'll answer. And the chat can answer, they'll answer. So Harlot, here's the timeline. Letecia leaves with Gannon a little after 10, about 10 in the morning. We see them leave. She goes to Petco, Dunkin' Donuts. She drives around. What Gannon was doing in the back of that car, what condition he was in, we're not sure. Letecia pulls back in around 2:20 p.m. with Gannon. You can't see Gannon get out, but we know Gannon got out. Lena got home from the bus about 3:15 p.m. or somewhere around there. So she got about 45 minutes from her coming home with Gannon and Lena getting to that door for that horrific murder to occur. When Lena came to the door, Letecia met her and said, go ride your bike, go play. She wouldn't let Lena in the house. So there's footage and you see Lena riding her bike up and down the street. Harley gets home after 4. That's when Lena comes in the house with Harley. They stay in there for about 10 minutes before Letecia sends Harley and Lena to go buy the cleaning supplies. So we're talking about a very tight timeline for the murder to occur and for the cleanup to occur. Awesome, Peace and Serenity. Thank you so much for becoming a member on Patreon.
And no matter who I call to send anything to, they're going to do me just like they're doing me now. Came back downstairs. Tried to plead with him about what was exactly going on. He had Gannon wrapped in his arm, like his arm around him and was saying he
Tisha, hold on
Really
just a second. I'm trying to understand. So, oh my goodness. So you're downstairs and all this is going on, and the guy is downstairs, and you send Lena away. You come upstairs and send Lena away while the guy's still downstairs.
Right. Or did you want Lena to come in and be there too?
No. I'm just trying.
gaslighting. You see what she just did? So Al is just asking for some clarification, and his voice sounds like that because what you're saying makes no sense. But whenever you slow Letecia down and ask for a bit more detail and a bit more clarification, she becomes defensive and she gaslights you. Well, what did you want me to do? Did you want me to allow Lena to come in the house and then for her to get abducted? No, that's not what he's saying.
Babe, I'm just trying to understand everything because some of this is new information for me that you didn't tell me initially. So I'm just trying to process.
You wouldn't let me. You wouldn't let me sit there and talk to you.
Okay,
You treated me like a criminal.
okay, I'm just trying to understand it. So I'm just trying to sort through all of this. So keep going. Thank you for clarifying, though.
Keep trying over it.
What's wrong?
Poor
I tried so hard.
You tried so hard to do what?
I was trying to protect everybody, but I couldn't get back on the stairs. Once I let Lena go, I don't know. I couldn't even figure out what to do. If I ran outside in the yard, what was I going to do?
So you sent Lana to the mailbox, or you sent her with Harley?
I sent her to the mailbox, and it's
Okay.
I
Harley
didn't
gets there, and I sent Harley a message, and I sent Harley a message quickly and said, "Please get Lena as soon as you get back and go to Dollar Tree. I'll explain later."
Oh, so you sent her a message and then went back downstairs?
No, she didn't. She only sent Harley a message after she already sent them out with the fucking cleaning supply list.
Right, because I was trying to check on Gannon.
But I thought you said you saw Harley when she got home.
I did. I sent her a message to let her know they both. Lena pulled up. Lena came up.
Okay.
I sent Lena to the mailbox. Harley pulled right up. Look at the camera. Since your neighbor has every fucking camera footage, he should be able to see that they came up, and I freaking sent them right away.
Well, I'll probably have to pay him another $5,000 to get him to do that, so I don't think that's going to happen. It's bullshit, ain't it?
So I went back down. It's not funny because he did get paid.
No, I'm not. It's bullshit.
So he went back downstairs. I went back downstairs, and I'm trying to figure out, and he's just telling him that he had a new family and all kinds of things, and I'm sitting there trying to grab Gannon.
Oh, convenient things that she manages not to remember, and then she manages to remember. So I remember I came back down, and this strange man was telling Gannon how he had a new family. Convenient. And all while she had access to the phone. Now, why she didn't call 911? Don't ask. Don't ask those questions.
And next thing I'm on the ground again. And you can't overpower someone that put their fingers on your mouth.
And this was in Gannon's room again?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
No one tried to help. No one cared. People treating me like a criminal. When I came through, I woke up. Whatever I could say and look around and think, I thought I was in a dream. And I woke up. And Gannon was gone.
And that was the second time you went downstairs and he hurt you.
Second time he hurt me, and once I woke up from that, Gannon was gone.
Okay, so you blacked out again, is what you're saying.
Again.
Yes, because I had several times, because I was trying, what I was trying to do, I was trying inside the closet, our closet door in there. I was trying to get in there, because I was like, man, there has to be something in there that I can just swing, whatever. I didn't know how to use the freaking big gun, so if I'd have left out from sending Harley and Lena away, I didn't know how to use your big gun, like the assault rifle. And my gun wasn't in the spot that it always was, because you know why? My gun was already in my car.
But babe, I'm just trying to understand here. You told me initially that the gun was in the house and that he grabbed it or
Black gun. He had your black gun. Yours.
he had my little pistol, right?
The black one, yes.
Okay, all right. Because I thought maybe I'm wrong, but I thought initially you said your gun. That's why I was confused.
No, my gun was outside.
In the car. Okay.
Your black gun. That's why I was terrified. He knew everything about us. He was threatening us. Every single thing. He knew what kind of car that your mom had drove there and stayed there the whole time in a rental car.
Hey, when did you bring your gun back in after all this happened?
You told me to go get all the guns together.
No, that was when I was collecting them. You said your gun was in the car.
No, Albert. On the phone call with me, you said go check and see and be accountable for all the guns. When I told you,
because you had stored them downstairs in those. My gun was in the. I don't know about yours, but my gun was in one of the totes. Remember, you had put it there.
Because the lady was babysitting.
Okay, so the guy had the gun and he put it back in the tote?
No, he didn't put the gun back in the tote. The gun was left there.
So you put it back in the tote?
Gun was left there. Gannon was gone.
The gun was sitting at the time that the police did a walkthrough on the dresser right next to the photo of Gannon. Olivia, there is no answer, and that's why it drives you crazy. But why do I think she did not want to raise the kids. But at the same time, she wanted that control over Landon, and she was very spiteful to Landon. You have to realize they have their own history. They used to be best friends. And so I want the kids because I want to have that power over you. Yet at the same time, I don't want to raise these kids. And I think that Al and Letecia's marriage fell apart. That was very obvious. She was not happy staying home and having the wife duties and the motherly duties of Al's going to go out work and you stay home and take the kids. Letecia would create incidences for attention and to get Al to come back early. Al left a day earlier than he was supposed to. I believe that there's a chance that Al was having an affair. Letecia's Google searches depict that. Either way, we know their marriage wasn't good. I think she took it out on Gannon because he was very soft-spoken, kind, vulnerable, easy to prey upon. But I don't know if with the candle incident, she was trying to do something that would get Al to come home early, and then it just went too far. But the level of hate and disdain she had for that boy, because even if she snapped and raged after, I would expect to see, oh my God, what did I do? What did I do? Never do we see that. Only hate and despise for Gannon to this day, which tells me that it's deep. Whatever that was is deep inside of her.
Gone. It was like I thought he was hiding. I legit thought I was in complete shock and thought Gannon was hiding.
Okay.
I even mentioned to the girls, I go, because I was shocked, culture shock, thinking, what the fuck happened? Oh my God, like, I don't know how I'm going to handle this. I didn't get the time to even go through any of the emotions of it all to think, what?
Any of the emotions you still to this day. I've never had any of the emotions. Thank you, Little Red O. That's so kind of you, Little Red O. Just gifted 5 memberships, busted 5 people out. You are no longer gray like Tisha's legs, and you're able to participate in the chat. Please thank Little Red O if you were lucky enough to receive one of those memberships. Thank you so much.
What happened? Because all I could immediately do was go into like the defense mode of being like, oh my God, okay, get the girls out of here. Okay, Gannon's going to be back by the time he's supposed to be back. Because in the end, when Gannon was leaving, I remember him asking him, was he going to take him to Uncle Matt's house? I remember that being blacked out.
Mm-hmm.
So Gannon freely went with him.
I remember being blacked out and everything. How convenient is that you remember such specifics while being blacked out, yet you don't remember anything also.
I don't know, Uncle Matt. I'm not fucking crazy.
So he left with Uncle Matt in a car or something, or in a van, or you don't know?
That's why he left in. I just know that the whole thing started to add up. Ganna kept going outside with some gate. Ganna had to be talking to somebody outside of that gate. I begged the fucking El Paso County police officers to find anything on that side of the house where Ganna might have went out at night talking to whoever it was. Any cars that was parked on that side of the house. Nobody helps me.
Okay, so I'm trying to this is what's bothering me about this part, and I want to be real with you because we're trying to work together on this, but I went and asked all the neighbors myself, like all like cameras in front of our house, to the side of our house, everything, to look and see if Gannon left the house anywhere from like 2 to 4, 4:30, anything like that, and no cameras have him leaving. So I mean, I don't.
What kind of cameras? Are they like Rogers that run 24/7?
Look at this gaslighting motherfucker. What kind of cameras are they? All of those 8 different cameras that you just named. Were they cameras that ran 24/7, or were they ones that are motion detected? Or how about in the future when she tells Grusing that these people, this cartel, has the technology to be able to make them vanish from the cameras? Come on, Deja.
Yes, like 3, 4, 5 of the neighbors have those 24/7 cameras, and then some are like ours, which are motion censored.
Okay, which ones? Because we need to know which direction that their cameras are pointed in order for that to happen.
Okay, well that's
AKA, I need to know what cameras recorded what, so I can make sure to tell you that they went in the opposite direction.
something we can look into. Okay, that's something we need to look into. So either they went out the front, I'm assuming, right?
Not the front door.
So what the garage?
I would say the garage or either out the back door, because Gannon had the gate code, like the key. And he kept going out there with this key or trying to unlock it or keep it unlocked with this key.
Okay, hold on. So I understand. So now Gannon, with all this going on, Gannon tells the guy there's a key to the gate, and then they and bring the key back in the house?
No. Did you listen to my story?
Yeah.
Every night, Gannon kept going outside with the gate. I'm thinking that the gate was automatically left unlocked.
Oh, okay. Did you lock it back before I got home?
No, I didn't lock anything.
Okay, all right.
I didn't do anything unless they locked it or the police locked it, because Harley said the police put cameras in it and locking it.
Okay,
locking everything up.
We can find that out. Maybe the police locked it back up. So fair enough. So that just all that kind of is blowing my mind. You know, he wasn't seen leaving. The key to the gate was in the house. The gun was where it's supposed to be. I'm just trying to figure it all out, Tisha. That's all.
The gun wasn't where it was supposed to be, because I put the gun back in when you told me to collect them.
Okay. Well, hopefully,
upstairs.
They got my gun now. So
you see what she does? She reverses it, and it's like, well, it wasn't there because you told me to move the gun. Well, yeah, but you also didn't tell him any of this.
Hopefully they can get this Mexican guy's fingerprints. So
would be perfect to me.
You, Carolina?
It's nothing but from day one.
I know, and that's what I'm trying to get. So get all them this information. You know, I think the FBI's in on it now. So we're trying to get them all this information. Look for a fingerprint on the gun. You know, maybe they have a
Amethyst. But again, this is one of many pretext calls, and I give them all the credit in the world. But this is the smoothest call. It doesn't stay this way. No, I didn't, Little Red. I gotta look at that.
Look there, looking for a fingerprint on the lock of the gate, you know, stuff like that, as the little things that they may have missed, you know, during this process.
Why would they have not have done that? And maybe I'm just upset by this, because I feel like they barked up the wrong tree for 2 fucking weeks, Albert.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 3 weeks almost, Tisha. Yes, I agree. I agree with you. I'm as frustrated as anybody because I don't know anything. And
so Do you think I did this?
Teacher Stout, I don't know. I'm just trying.
Right?
I'm trying to help you. Okay, I'm trying to help you get the truth out there. But you've got to tell me the truth. Okay. I know.
Here's what I told the police. The only difference is I thought it was the carpet person, but once I went around because I was freaking out trying to figure out, I was like, if I could go get this fucker and bring him in, and I drove through the neighborhood, the description that I gave El Paso is exactly what I saw, but that is not the exact description that I gave to.
She struggled again.
So my point behind that was, I don't think it was the carpet person because I eliminated him because he didn't have craters on his face.
Oh, the craters.
He did or didn't? So, but let me, hold on. You know what, something, remember how, oh my goodness, thinking back to this whole, that trip you made for the bike, you never found the guy, right? The Craigslist guy?
Started looking creepy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't think that this Craigslist guy had maybe had anything to do with you? I mean, not you, but you know what I mean. Oh, I'm freaking out. Sorry.
Because she's daring to question.
You don't think the Craigslist guy followed you or just found you? Maybe you told him, "Hey, I'm driving my husband's red Frontier, and I'll meet you there," or something like that. I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of anything.
Okay, so let's say it's him. What I don't like is that people are sitting here saying, well, there's nothing that shows you guys leaving. If there's nothing at this point in time, it's starting to get dark. Because in case you didn't know, in Colorado, it's getting dark around that time. Okay? There has to be something that points to that direction that shows any shadows, movement, anything. And if it didn't, it was because the ring sensitivity didn't pick it up.
All right, so listen, I want to be clear with you that I don't give a flip about social media. You know that. I don't have Facebook. I'm not on there, so I don't know what these people are saying. So let's me and you focus on us getting to the bottom of what's going on. Okay, let's try to block out that other stuff so we can get the truth here. Man, this Craigslist thing is really driving me nuts now. Do you think that when did you go? What was the time frame you went there again? You went to Dunkin' Donuts, right?
Because they have whatever time they have me on footage. The first time at Petco. Oh,
at Petco. So after that is when you left.
Because I went back to Petco to get more clothes.
Okay, so you went. So then when did you go back to Petco after the Craigslist trip?
Yeah.
Oh. And you said the guy was already in the house before you got there, you think?
When I got there, the guy was most definitely in the house or had already been in the house waiting or whatever it may be, which is why I thought it was the carpet guy because that was the person that I gave the garage.
Yeah, you gave the garage code to him. Yeah, right.
The more I laid and the more I slept and the more I kept worrying about it and thinking about it and yada, yada, yada. Danny kept having his room door locked. I was even so terrified to think that this person even spent the night in our home.
Oh, you think he was there the whole time?
I don't know. Do you know how worried I've been about this?
I know, that's freaking me out because remember those other stories you were talking about people coming in the back door and stuff while they thought people were away? I've been going through all that in my head too.
Albert, I've done nothing but look, I have this book right here.
Yes,
you can
Carolina.
Hear it. It's like of all anything and everything that I thought of that might have been out of order, that
so maybe
I believe this one was February 13th. KPM. If it's not the 13th, it's a day or two before or after that.
Want my life back? You think I don't want my family back?
I know. Trust me. Me too.
I'm tired of being portrayed as one.
Okay, but you gotta help me because I'm trying to sort through all this and put a good timeline together so I can tell this. Somebody reached out from the FBI and I'm trying to tell them a timeline of what I know. All right, I'm trying to make sure they get the truth the first time. This lady that called me. Okay, so.
People are not going after this? Why?
I don't know. Maybe the FBI is. I don't know. That's not. I know they're doing everything they can. Maybe they missed some things we don't know. But listen, something you told me that first day that I'm trying to figure out when did you do the? Like you said, you cleaned everything up.
Cleaned everything up.
Yeah, from Gannon's room or wherever you got. Somebody did bad things to you or whatever.
I was just talking about like the clothes I had on and like shoes and stuff.
Oh, so you just changed your clothes and then threw them away like you said, and whatever Gannon had on, you said you threw that away too?
They got that out of the back of the trash. It was a shirt that he wore that was burnt and stuff like that.
Oh.
That's what I meant, like cleaned up. I didn't mean like clean up anything bad or anything. I'm just saying like I didn't want to keep that stuff on and call it police.
But you told me that first day you cleaned.
I don't want to keep any of the evidence. But you threw out all the evidence and you cleaned it all up, actually. But go ahead, try to convince him how you didn't want to keep any of the evidence to help find his son.
You want to keep that stuff on and call it police.
But you told me that first day you cleaned up the whole area because you didn't want Lena to see it when she got home. That's what you told me.
Yeah, my clothes and my underwear. You want me to really go in depth about that?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make you relive anything that happened to you. I'm just trying to. There's just some truth that I'm trying to find about. I mean, if something was cleaned up or something, then I don't know. Maybe.
Whatever you're trying to say to me, don't just be honest.
I just don't want the police to miss anything else. Okay, I mean,
I'm sorry. Did you just say to be honest?
What the?
Listen, Al. Listen. Just be honest, will ya? Can you believe her? The nerve of Alice. The nerve.
Just be honest.
I just don't want the police to miss anything else, okay? I mean, we think they've missed all these other pieces, and then, I mean, if you cleaned up something that could give them DNA evidence on this Mexican guy, then we need it.
Took my whole DNA from this. They wouldn't let me pee. The hospital bill that I sent you was a whole kit on my body.
No, it wasn't. Because you ditched and ran before the SANE exam. Listen to her lie. They got a warrant for non-intrusive. The only intrusive they were able to get was blood. She took photos of her hands and scalp. I showed you guys that. And then she booked it.
But tell me, why did you tell me? I just don't understand why you told me you cleaned up in the area, and then now you're telling me you just changed your clothes. That's
When you're talking about cleaning up the area, I'm talking about from Gannon. Like, Gannon had, from his burn marks, there was blood on the wall and on the light switch.
So you cleaned up whatever Gannon stuff, what blood or whatever was, right?
Prior.
Oh, where was that at?
In his room when he woke up Monday morning.
But like where? But where in his room? You did say the wall because he was.
Except, again, this is how much of an idiot she is. She took the two photos, the proof of life photos of Gannon in his bed. I showed you guys those photos at 8:15ish in the morning and 8:20. There was no blood or anything on the walls, and she took those photos and posted them publicly. Amanda, because she's getting defensive.
Wiping his fingers on the wall or something?
I don't know if he wiped his fingers on his wall. I just know his arm probably hit the wall when he was asleep.
Oh, I got you. Okay. All right. So you clean that up. Okay. Because I never saw that. That's the first I heard of it. So you cleaned up wherever his blisters or his burn mark hit the wall. Did you clean something else up?
Light switch from where he touched it.
Oh, but that was after you showed it to me.
Yes.
Yeah, you showed it to me and Lena and then told me that he was picking his fingernails so bad that he bled so bad, remember?
Yes, he did pick his fingernails.
Oh, okay. So he picked his fingernails and I'm just trying to clarify. picked his fingernails and his blister or his burn mark or whatever?
What do you mean? Gannon picks everything that's open.
Yeah, I'm not.
Why are you acting like you're got me on some trial with this? He picks his fingers all the time.
Babe, because
It's open.
babe, you're absolutely right about that. But I don't know why you feel like you're on trial. I'm talking to my wife, trying to figure out the truth. And like I told you before, the truth hasn't always lined up. So I just want to find out all the details so we can find Gannon. That's it.
Robert, I gave you every detail. But you're coming at me saying, I thought you did this afterwards. And Gannon bleeds all the time.
Right.
Gannon has huge nosebleeds. Did you tell him the nosebleeds from your truck is from Gannon?
When did he have a nosebleed in my truck?
Oh my God, don't even play. It's been there since Alaska. And the top part of your truck, you have his hands had blood marks on it for like a year and something ago.
Maybe. I'm not doubting you. I don't know. I just don't remember that, but that might have happened. I know he has had a nosebleed once in a while. I don't remember that in Alaska.
Nosebleeds are like in Colorado, or at least once every week or two. Every week or two, Gannon has a nosebleed. This is where I get angry. Like, people come up here and talk all this shit, and they don't even know him.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what the people are saying on social media. I don't even bother with that. And
that rage, that is scary, guys. And I think she was angry because she took care of them. Well, she didn't. Let me be clear. She was supposed to take care of them, but she didn't. But she didn't want to. And it's like, I did. And that's why I think she's convinced herself she's justified. She's excused. And Al not just blindly supporting his wife in this, she's even more of the victim.
I haven't for a long time. But I'm just trying to. All right.
Say what you got to say, Albert.
I'm just trying to retrace some steps in my head. So the Mexican guy.
Welcome.
Did you see like anybody? I'm trying to think of this Craigslist. Did he have a picture, or did he like give you any information about him? Like, hey, I'm, other than where to find him at or anything like that. I mean, what was the framework of like how you set up that to meet him?
Everything is on my phone, Albert.
Babe, I don't know. I guess they got your phone. You keep telling me that, but yes, I'm just trying to figure out how you went about doing this. So maybe we can. That freaking lady that called me, bugging the shit out of me from the FBI. Maybe that's something relevant. I don't know.
I reached out to him. They have access to my phone. Okay. On my phone, I click the Craigslist thing.
Please don't forget, she's also still supposed to be on the Indian guy's phone that she asked, hey, sir, can I make a phone call from your phone? She's apparently still on that call.
Which generates this whole, like, number, something. Whatever the email they do to protect the people that are filming. I had all that and access to my phone for that. I have limited access because a lot of my stuff didn't load. A lot of it weren't backed up. My emails weren't backed up. My notes weren't backed up. The only thing backed up when I logged in to the icon that it let me in temporarily was pictures. If they gave me my phone, which is mine, it would clearly have everything. And since they've done all these things, they should see this. They should see pictures of what I took with Gannon at home with me later. They should see all this shit, man. And it pisses me to fuck off that no one's even caring. Everybody.
Oh, shit. This is narcissistic rage. Yeah, they do. They have access to it. And it does not show what you're claiming it shows, Tisha. But again, keep in mind, we're an hour and a half into it. That is a live stream of this being played at trial. Has Letecia's head lifted up once? Once. She's just sitting there, and her wrist has to hurt. If anybody has sat in that position with like your hand bent out and like your head leaning on it, after a while your wrist will really start to hurt. But she is pushing through it because she needs to just stare down. Nana Banana, she's in the right, all the way in the right. This is a live feed. It might seem like it's a still, screenshot, but I played this version because I wanted you to see how she's reacting, which is no reaction at all, being played in the courtroom. Hi, Megsy. We were looking for you. But hi.
Oh, let me sit there and show you.
All right, Letecia. Okay. You told me to be straight.
Yeah, Emily, but
and I'm trying to sit here and
there's no reaction, so I should have just played the actual normal calls. But I was originally doing it so we could see the feed with it, but she's not doing anything.
Every little detail, everything. You think I don't want my family?
All right, Tisha, listen. Like I said the whole time, I'm just trying to help you and trying to keep you and Harley safe from all. I mean, these people are after me now. I don't know who the hell it is, but like I said, I had to go get my clothes changed and everything just so I can blend in better. And I want you to know that no matter what, we can work through this together, and I can help you, okay? But you just got to let me help you. But you told me to be straight up. I got a very straight up question, okay? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Did you kill Gannon? I need to know. I need you to answer me yes or no right now.
I killed Gannon. The answer is no. I can't believe you asked me this.
Now, a tactic of a liar, when you ask them a very direct question, is they will mirror. It's called. They're going to mirror that question. And basically, they're going to repeat back to you the question you just asked. And the reason that they're going to do that is essentially buying time. Not knowing right away how you're going to answer it. So you mirror it back to them. Did I kill Gannon? And in that portion of time, she's processing how she's going to respond. No, but then getting offended that you asked the question itself. Well, and we knew she would have said no. It's not so much with this particularly, think she's buying time versus it's just the mirroring. It's not always to buy time versus it's just a tactic. And you act so outraged by the question itself, you just repeat the question back to them.
I need to know. I need you to answer me yes or no right now.
I killed Gannon. The answer is no. I can't believe you asked me this.
I just got to know you. I told me to be straight up. I got to know what's happening to my son.
Tell me why you would think I killed Gannon.
There's a lot of unknowns. I mean, being straight up again, you changed your story again to me for the fourth time.
No, I changed my story.
You did. This is the fourth version of the same story. Okay.
You see, but she mirrored him again. Do you see that? Letecia, you've changed your story multiple times. What does Letecia say? Now I changed my story multiple times. She's mirroring him, But Letecia, how are you going to deny that you've changed your story? Like, how are you even going to argue that?
Version of the same story, okay?
Wow.
Like half of what you told me today with the cut foot, and now he's got burned arms and picking it, and his butt's bleeding. All this stuff is new to what you told me the other day. And the other day you told me you cleaned up the area where you got raped so nobody would see it. But now you told me you just changed clothes. I just don't know what the hell's going on.
I should, Little Red.
I didn't tell you. First off, you never even listened to me about anything that went on.
I did. No, you stopped because I listened to you. I listened to you, and then I went and got the guns and put them in the truck, and then I came back and me and Landon listened to you, and then I stopped and picked your story apart. So get it straight, Tisha. I listened to you and I said, if I'm wrong about the rape, I will get on my knees and beg you for forgiveness. Did I not say that?
Yeah, but you haven't.
Exactly, because I haven't been proven wrong yet. I want the truth. If I'm wrong, if the police, no matter what they're doing, the FBI, the CBI, the CBS, whoever, okay, if they tell me I'm wrong, I will publicly, in front of the world, get on a camera and tell you I'm sorry. But until that happens, we're going to find the truth.
How can you tell me that someone didn't I don't understand. How can you tell me that someone didn't do something to hurt me and take Anna?
I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you it hasn't been proven one way or the other. You said you banged your head on the freaking table. Now I got to tell them to go check out the table and see if there's any blood or any of your...
You knew that. They had already asked that.
Okay, but that's the first I heard of it. You see what I'm saying?
Because you never would talk to me. You literally just sat here in a conversation and asked me, did I kill our child?
Yes, I did, because if you say no, then I'll stop thinking that you did it. Okay?
That's horrible.
I don't know what to think. My son's blood, you're telling me his blood's all over the walls, and now you're telling me the Mexican guy that had the gun to your head or whatever took him away, and he knows him, and he could be anywhere.
Hold on. Gun? So where did you get that piece from?
That was so now you got me twisting all your stories up, because that was from the first time you told me the rape story, that he had a gun to your head, and you told me it was your gun. You told me, but you told me it was your gun, so that's fine. I'm not debating the points here, but
I said the black one.
Okay, fine, but I mean,
you know in your heart I would never hurt Gannon.
Yes, I absolutely believe that, but I'm doing everything I can to help you right now. But Tisha, listen. The thing is, if you don't, but it's not just it. I asked you if you killed him. You said no, and I'm sorry. That was a hard question. But if you know anything, or you did anything, or just upset about it, we can work together, and I can help you. But I can't help you if you don't tell me anything. It's just there's so many unknowns, Tisha.
Oh my God.
I mean, did anything happen that was an accident that you're scared about?
Really?
I'm just trying to, Tisha, you know, with my army training, I'm trained to do.
So see, it would have been easier just to say no. But it's that really, I'm so offended that you'd even ask. You know in your heart I would never gaslighting him. Yeah, the Indian guy's got bad cell service. They're like, so yeah, these are pretext calls, Amethyst Wolf. So these are calls that are recorded, and he had the FBI, Special Agent John Grusing. I'm not sure about who else, but I know John Grusing was in the room at the time of these calls.
Ask all these questions to get us in a safe place, right? And that's why I took the guns out from the get-go. That's just my training kicking in.
Oh my God, I really thought,
yes, but not next year, I don't think, Melanie.
Like, I really thought you were going to be supportive of me. I thought you were going to bring your family back together. And I thought that we were going to talk about everything every single day of nothing but Gannon.
Okay, so I told you. And it's only going to get worse with the calls. Letecia's one motive on these calls, and this call didn't really highlight it because this was the first time she was like, Al gave her the ability to go ahead, tell me what happened, A to B. I mean, I'm sorry, A to Z. But all she's going to do is you'll hear him in the future, like beg him, like, let me come home. Let me just meet you. Let me go to, she just wants to get back. And I think she desperately was trying to get physically with him so she could manipulate him sexually. And I'm not making a big jump with that. It's a weapon women use. Okay. The power of your sexuality. And I believe that in the past, Letecia would use sex, like if you get into like that really bad fight, all right, but at the end of the night, you're going to come home in bed and I'll be able to manipulate you. We'll fuck and kind of move on. I think she was desperately trying to get him to meet up so she could, come on, baby. You know, like she wasn't restrained by just a call versus if I'm physically with you, I could put my arms around you, baby, come on, you know I would have never do, come on, like just come to bed, and if we fuck, like everything kind of just, I get that control over you. And she also would have had to been trying to get pregnant to lock him in. She claims she's pregnant at this point, but I think she wanted desperately to try to have sex with him to potentially actually get pregnant. But yeah, now I forgot what else I was going to say, but you got it.
They were going to talk about everything every single day of nothing but kids.
That's what I'm trying to do.
For a second, you would ask me, did I kill kids? And I can't believe that.
Well, I'm glad you said no. That gives me a lot of hope and peace.
Hey, Stephanie.
I already told him about maybe, just maybe you might have a brother. Maybe. We talked about, we cried about Kobe. We did a lot together.
What?
What are kids?
Okay.
Dog.
Okay, Tisha, let me ask you this way then. I don't believe you killed him, but did something bad happen to him and he maybe he is dead or not with us anymore and you just panicked and didn't know what to do? I mean, is there anything like that? Just any information is what I need. We can help you. I can help you.
Yes, Amethyst Wolf.
Get through this. But but we got to know the information about Bubba. I mean, just think of,
Really, yeah.
yes,
Well,
I'm just trying to figure out what happened.
What is so disturbing, because I don't know if you heard her while she was screaming that, but she's like, we went on a walk, we cried about Kobe together. Kobe Bryant. You want to know what is haunting? And I've told you guys this before. The digital evidence shows that while cleaning up the murder the night before, when she was texting her boss saying, I can't come into work tomorrow. My stepfather was hit by a car and killed. All after, she was searching up updates about Kobe Bryant's family. So even when you've snapped and you brutally murdered and you're moving a body, you're still checking in online to check for Kobe Bryant updates.
Happened to him? He's gone and nobody knows anything, but you were the last one to hear him speak.
Yes, Natasha.
Okay, which was Monday when you were driving around and he left the house. The last time we heard him speak, I don't know. I don't know when that was. Before I left, probably. When I left and he went downstairs to watch Pokemon. That's the last memory I have of him.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. People don't have the life that I have.
Oh.
People don't just be a normal person, just doing their thing, finally have what they want to do and be in the sky.
You're a flight attendant. Be in the sky.
They don't do that. People premeditate things in life. There's no sign or indications of anything that I would have ever.
Actually, there was.
I fought for you.
Yes, you did. You fought for all of us. You're right. I'm not questioning any of that, Tisha. I just
Melanie,
did it accident?
Melanie, you just cracked me up because Melanie earlier said, well, I absolutely cried with Kobe and the crash, and I'm sensitive like that. She's like, but then again, I also cried when Steve left for college on Blue's Clues. No, listen, the Kobe, absolutely emotional. That doesn't surprise me. What surprised me is when you just committed a heinous murder and you have to clean in the stress and anxiety, you could stop to search for updates before, Harlot, right before.
Did it happen? I mean, other than the candle or the burn? I don't know. I'm just trying to ask all the questions.
And please remember, she even so much emailed Al and said, please, I just want our family back together. I want the four of us to come together. The four of us. With Gannon alive, it would be 5. But Letecia slipped up and said, I just want the 4 of us back together, meaning Al, Letecia, Harley, and Lena. And so Al confronts her, and he confronts her even on one of these calls about it. Why would you say 4? Gannon would make us 5. And she's like, yeah, no, I meant the 4 of us together so we could go out and look for Gannon. Oh, Megsy. Thank you, Megsy. Megsy just gifted 5 memberships. Congratulations. If you are lucky enough to receive a membership, you're no longer gray like Tisha's legs. Please thank Megsy in the chat if you just got busted out. Thank you so much for your generosity.
I work with children
It's not rocket science.
Albert. If an accident happened, I'm smart enough.
Hey, I love you
know what to do. I got plenty of friends.
I'm smart enough. I know what to do. Now, listen, I can't tell you how I would do if I committed a crime. I would never commit a crime like this, okay? But what I feel like I can confidently say is I would never be this stupid. Letecia, you are not smart enough. You are particularly horrible at committing crimes.
I've been in situations where they've been in the classroom. They accidentally dropped the kid. The kid might have broke their leg. You go to the people, you tell them it's an accident, and you work through it.
Okay, so you made a you also said something that was calmed my heart, tremendously about Bubba. That basically you didn't premeditate anything. So whatever happened to him had to be an accident, just like the candle. And obviously you wouldn't plan on something like that because you're a teacher and you do all those babysitting events. I know you wouldn't hurt kids intentionally, but whatever happened was an accident, and I know you didn't plan it.
I didn't have anything to do with it. Why are you saying this to me?
So he would have had to have died naturally then. Other than
he's dead.
I don't know, Tisha.
I can't even believe you are saying that Gannon isn't alive.
Now this is what's so cool. My heart breaks because this is the worst form of gaslighting I could ever imagine. Is she flips the script. Do you know how hard it would have had to have been for Al to have to accept that there is zero, like a very minimal chance that his child is alive? Like, he's had to come to terms with his child is no longer alive. The FBI would have made him aware of that. They already determined the blood at that house, the amount of blood loss and the spatter. An 11-year-old boy would not be walking out alive, okay? So he had to hold it together to obtain information to hopefully bring his child's body home. Yet Letecia flips it around and points the finger at him like, how dare you lose faith he's alive? How could you say he's dead? He is alive. I would never give up on our son like this. That is the work, because as if it wasn't hard enough to have to come to terms with that, but he has to keep it together to try to get the information. But she flips it on him. If you are in a relationship where the guy or the girl, the chick is, and I always use a girl because I'm sorry, it's more often than not, a girl may lie about being pregnant to keep you trapped. Things like that. Get out. Get the fuck out. Do not stick around and become desensitized to it. That is what I think happened with Al, is he put up with it for so long. He became desensitized to Letecia's red flags. I don't think he genuinely thought she would ever do anything, but that's the problem. Thank you. That's so kind of you. Wow. Amethyst Wolf just gifted 10 memberships. That's incredibly generous. Thank you so very much. Congratulations. If you just received a membership, please thank Amethyst Wolf in the chat. That's Very, very kind. Thank you so much. Oh, and thank you, Curious Christine. How's day 2 on the YouTubes? Thank you so much for the super sticker. You guys are so kind. Thank you.
Because it's just this. None of this makes any sense. I mean, he would have been found by now. Okay, he didn't. All the cameras, all that footage shows him not leaving the house, other than in the truck. And I like I said, I'm just trying to help you get through this.
Help me?
Yes, help you because
Help me get through this.
Because I am trying to help you. I want to know what happened to Gannon and try to help you and keep Harley safe and everything.
No, Double M. I was talking about that yesterday. I would very much like to go over that interview. I was just debating if I wanted to deal with the headache it would be to have to play it from a certain channel, because that's the only place that has it. And I'm still deciding. I'm getting through this video, and I'll make the decision if I'm going to deal with the headache, because there's only one channel that has it, and they're not the nicest as far as playing it. I'm allowed to under fair use, but I was just like, do I want to deal with it? And the answer is no, but I really also want to go through it. Yeah, Crime Crochet Cafe.
Thing that I've said the whole time, because that's who I am, and you know that.
See what y'all think. This is what y'all think. Y'all think somebody's gonna come in here and say something just to appease everyone. But a true person who is completely innocent.
I know, Dawn.
You can keep beating me down in the ground all you want to, because I didn't do it.
I'm not beating you down.
It's concerning.
You think you don't want me anymore?
I know, Natasha.
Fine.
See,
you don't want
us. Look at that. Look at that manipulation. You don't want me anymore? Fine. You don't want our family anymore? Fine. That's not. He wants his first of all, he wants his son. Okay, his family. You don't need to be part of that family. But my God, way to flip it around on him and gaslight him.
Oh, you want to, because I didn't do it.
I'm not beating you down.
Me too, Olivia.
You don't want me anymore? Fine. You don't want our family anymore? Fine. You took my car. You took everything.
I didn't take anything. They got all my shit too, Tisha. I got 2 cars now because Harley's not going to pay for it. I got 2 cars I got to pay for that I can't even see or touch.
I'm begging you.
No, she hasn't. That I know. So
every day, Albert, why are you not with your wife? Because you want to be so honest and ask.
Listen to her. Harley's been begging you. Every day she texts you, why are you not with your wife? Yeah, because Harley would really be messaging Al like that, right? No, but you know who did? Letecia was messaging Al from Harley's phone, another one of Leticia's victims. She destroyed any possible relationship Harley could have had with Al. I'm very appreciative they're talking now and thankful for that, for healing for both of them. But she used Harley's phone and texted Al, why aren't you with my mom? My mom did absolutely nothing wrong. You know Landon was the one who did this. My mom did everything. But it was really Letecia.
Questions. Why are you not with your wife and daughter?
Because I'm going to tell you the truth right now. Because of this conversation, Tisha. I don't know. And I've told you that the whole time. I'm confused. I'm all over the place. I can't get the truth from you or the police or nobody. And now it's just even worse now because I got another story I've got to try to make a theory from.
Another story? You have never talked to me.
But you just told me. You told me a few minutes ago we had, and we went over it. You told me the first story. No, first you told me he ran away. Then it was the rape story. Then it was the second rape story. Now it's the third rape story.
I can't believe you just said the rape story.
I'm just. What do you want me to call it? The story of Gannon disappearing. Okay, you told me the first version of that, the second version, and now the third version.
You a second or third version?
Yes.
You sit down and talk to me.
No, that day that I got home. No, the day I got home, that next morning after my mom and sister and Landon and everybody was at the house, you told me you were texting Bethel and you told her the story. I don't know what you told her, and I kind of don't even.
Yes, you do.
I don't even care. No.
I told there.
How does where?
My God, I can't believe you're lying to me right now.
About what?
Well,
I'm not lying to you about anything, Tisha.
Albert, they had y'all at the police department when I was there.
Oh, you mean when Landon showed up and then they brought, I was already there or whatever? Is that what you're talking about? Because that's the only time I know. I don't even know when you're there. I just
don't pick anybody over your children. Don't pick anybody over your children. And always believe a child if they say that they are being abused. You would much rather believe them, and for one reason or another, it turns out not to be the case, than not believe them, like what happened with Gannon, who reported his abuse to his school 2 weeks prior to his murder, and then this happened.
just assumed you had finally come in that night. Or was it the next day you came in? I don't even know, Tisha.
You were there because she was talking to you there.
Who was?
Bethel?
She was talking to me at the police station?
Yes.
Honestly, most of my talking was with Mark, the other guy that was at Starbucks.
Oh, you didn't know that, Melanie? Gannon reported he was being abused twice to his school. The second one was 2 weeks prior to his murder. The school never contacted DCFS. Everybody failed this child. Everybody. No, they did not, Amethyst Wolf. And Lena was abused by Letecia, Gannon's younger sister, told her mom, and her mom confronted Al. Al didn't believe it, and when I say this, I'm not here to judge Al. What I want, though, is the awareness that you become desensitized. And Al became desensitized. And he didn't believe it. And he made Landon apologize to Letecia. So Gannon's mom had to apologize to Letecia, and she would eventually murder her son. Thank you, Fancy, and it's nice seeing you again, Fancy. It's okay, Kaleidohope. I've had a lot of emotions when it comes to Al, a lot of anger, but it's not my place. And when I listen to these pretext calls, my heart breaks what she has done to Al, even though there's a lot of things I don't agree with. Nobody ever should have to go through this torment, ever. This torture, taunting with your child. But what I hope is that maybe someone who maybe resonate with it may see red flags that are going on in their house and prevent something like this from happening again.
So I don't know what you mean she was talking to me. I think I might have talked to. I think I talked to her for like 10 or 15 minutes.
Did not.
Yep.
Did not tell you anything different. This is how my day went. I was going to lay down.
Exactly, Natasha. Both can be true.
Hey, Tisha, I believe you. Okay. What I want you to answer for me is those simple questions. Did Gannon die and you just freaked out, or was there an accident involved? Did you kill him? Answer all those questions. Those are the ones that I want to know. Okay, I don't care about who talked to who, when we went where. Honestly, at this point, none of that freaking matters. What matters is that little 11-year-old boy is either out there or he's not, and I got to know that. And you're the only one that has any information regarding that.
Exactly.
I gave you that information, and you're not going to look for it.
No, but you ignored my question. I mean, answer those questions for me.
That's the first question.
All right. Did you kill?
I know, Kate. I believe Lena should be with Landon. I do.
Answer those questions for me.
That's the first question.
All right. Did you kill
It
Gannon?
was Kathy.
No.
Okay. Did Gannon die on your watch, whether it was an accident or naturally from some injury?
No.
Okay. Did Gannon have an accident of a serious nature and you freak out and cover it up?
No.
So the answer is no to all of that.
Correct.
Okay. Now this is going to be very uncomfortable for you, even more uncomfortable than what I just asked you. But did Harley kill Gannon?
God, no.
Okay, any of the same questions, did she have anything to do with an accident, a cover up? Was she involved in this at all with you?
No. I haven't been involved either.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a blank somewhere that you have not
Hey,
filled the
Amber.
blank. So
Oh,
I not built the blank.
it's
happy 50th
So
anniversary
you don't
to
think for a
them.
second that someone came in the house again and you don't think that?
I don't doubt that. I don't know what to believe, but I'm not doubting you. I'm just having to ask all these questions. So
I begged you. I said,
Thank you, Hood Mary Poppin.
let us all be together. Look at me in my eyes and ask me that question.
So see, she's gonna desperately try to get him to meet in person, but dude, she's not even in the state. That's how crazy she is. She's not even in the state. He knows she isn't, but she doesn't know he knows, okay? She's not even in the fucking state.
Feel it in your heart and then ask me that question.
Feel it in your heart.
but you gotta look at it from my perspective. Okay, first of all, and I got a couple things to say, so let me get through it. These stories, just like I've said the whole time, they don't sound legit to me. They just don't add up. They're not true. Something is off from every story because there's different versions. So that's number one. Number two.
I've only talked to you once.
Okay. All right, fair enough. But you got to put yourself in my shoes, okay? What the hell would you do if this was Harley, okay? And you didn't have all the information. How would you put all these pieces together? So, I mean, you got to look from my glasses. How am I supposed to put all these pieces together when I don't even have a third of the pieces? I'm just trying to find the pieces and get them together.
You want me to answer that question?
Which one? The one about what if it was Harley?
Yeah.
Yeah, answer that question.
Okay. So as soon as you tell me this, when I get off the phone, I will have my husband and my children together in a home, and our houses will be praying, and we will be on the phone with the detectives, and we will be saying, "Listen, I support my husband, and we need to find someone over here."
I told you. So Leticia's like, oh, what would I be doing if this was Harley? Well, let me not even answer as if it's about Harley. And let me tell you, all I know is that we would be together in the same house and I would stand by you and I would support you, because that's all she wanted was Al to come out and be like, I believe Letecia. But again, she also thought, Al held the power, that if she could just convince Al her story's true, that Al had the ability to get the entire FBI and all of the other agencies to stop investigating her. That's not how it works. Even if Al believed her, he had no control over doing that. But she believed he did.
Somebody had to see something. Ask them again. Do something. We will be putting a fucking alert out everywhere. We will be putting a description out everywhere. We will close the fucking borders from Colorado to all of them, up and down 95, because it leads to fucking Mexico.
95? What?
That shit.
Why would
I'm
you?
sorry, 85, whatever.
85?
What's the road called? 25. This
Oh.
state it leads to Mexico.
Well, you please be careful when you say those things, because then they're going to start looking up and down 95 on the East Coast. Okay.
Yeah, she
Sorry.
does.
And that's not going to help us. Since you know he's not over there, that's not going to help us if they get sent over there. Okay. But you didn't answer my question. How am I supposed to put all these pieces together? You're telling me let's go home and pray, and I've been praying I've been praying nonstop. Okay, but we got to have action too. So here, listen. I gotta go because now I'm freaking.
Be safe,
Everybody's gonna
Maxie.
start questioning me at the house. Where have you been? What are you doing? Are you involved? I'm gonna get all those questions now. So
The house, who are you staying with?
Uncle Jeff, and then freaking Veronica and all them that are all over the place. Okay, so
Why would you have to be anywhere near them?
I don't have to be, but you saw we had to do. Listen.
And your daughter.
Tisha, listen, I had to do these statements and interviews and all this shit. It's just nonstop. Every day is something else. Okay, so if you think all this information is what they need, apparently the El Paso people haven't done their job and they haven't forwarded it to the FBI. So I don't know. There's some Amber lady called me from the FBI, and I'm gonna just email you her number and her name. And if you want to pass this information to her, that's much higher than the freaking CBS or whatever you call it.
Yeah, because they've called everyone I know.
Okay, well then that's what.
What are you? Yo, lower your fucking voice, chick. What are you angry about? She is angry the same way she is with Bethel, the same way she is with Cruising, that you don't just accept the story that she's telling you, and she will get offended if you acknowledge that she's changed her story. Thank you, Fancy. Fancy gifted a membership. Congratulations. Whoever got it, please thank Fancy in the chat. Yeah, she slipped up big time.
You can tell them too.
Okay, but I don't have the document you have. So anyways, I'm just going to send you the contact. And if you want it, you take it. If not, I can't make you do anything. But I got to go, okay?
Yeah, but that's not how you would say trying to find your son. You would not say, if you don't want to do anything, then blah, blah, blah.
No, that's not true because I can't. I wanted you with me the whole time and you left. So I'm going to give you the information you need to pass your stuff along, and then you can do that, okay?
Listen to me. We don't have anywhere to stay. I'm asking you to stay with your wife and daughter, and let's do this together.
When she wasn't in the state. She's all okay. 2 weeks prior to this call is when she dumped Gannon's body off an overpass where it would eventually be found. Okay? We know what her Google searches were at this time. Find facial transplant near me. How long does it take for a body to decompose? How do you identify a body once it's past a certain point of decomp? Good night, MK. She's begging Al just to be together. Be with your wife. Sarah, how dare you be around Landon, even though you have Gannon in common who's missing, but Lena still. How dare you? But let's, again, turn around and say, hypothetically, Al said, fine, meet me here. She couldn't. She couldn't because she wasn't in the damn state. The same way that she was begging him to come to a sonogram. And if he said, okay, what were you going to do? Yeah, Jean, yeah.
Okay.
Listen to me. We don't have anywhere to stay. I'm asking you to stay with your wife and daughter, and let's do this together. Now you tell me no if you think that you don't give a shit about us and you don't want that. You tell me no right now.
No, I don't think at all she was trying to kill him. I think that she was trying to manipulate him, Amethyst Wolf. She, for whatever reason, believed, and you'll hear it if you stick around for the rest of the pretext calls, she begs Al for immunity. She thinks Al, being Gannon's bio dad, had power. She thinks Al had the ability to get them to stop looking at her. So she wanted to be with him so she could manipulate him, and to get him to stand by her side. He wouldn't do an interview with her. He wouldn't show a united front, and she hated that. So that's what I think she was trying to do. But Al even says on the calls when she gets to that point, I don't have the ability to give you immunity. And she's like, oh, talk to them. As if this guy was, you know what? I believe my wife. I believe Letecia. Stop looking. Stop investigating. I think she really thought Al could just get the whole investigation to shut down completely. I think she was going to convince Al that, once again, these people had Gannon, but they have to call off the investigation. No cops can be involved. And then they will go and meet and do an exchange. And she believed, for whatever twisted reason, Al had the ability to do that, but he didn't. Oh, it exists, Amethyst Wolf. It absolutely exists. Basically, in a nutshell, Letecia was best friends with Landon. Landon is Gannon's mom, back when Landon and Al were married. Letecia ultimately got with Al, and Landon and Al broke up. Landon had issues with a pregnancy. Al and Letecia took primary custody of Gannon and Lena, his younger sister. Letecia never could hold down a job. Al, being in the military, they travel base to base to base all over the world, in many places. But it was Letecia's responsibility to be the primary caregiver. She didn't work, even though she says she did. She didn't work long term. And so it was her responsibility to take care of those kids. Towards the end of their marriage, it wasn't an active marriage. It was really kind of like Letecia was a live-in babysitter. And it's okay if she didn't like that. I can understand that. But then just leave. Just get up and leave. But instead, she took it out on those kids. And ultimately, it led to her snapping. But Amethyst Wolf, if you're not familiar with Letecia Stauch's Google searches, she used Google like a diary. And she Googled, I hate my stepson. What do I do? Is my what was it? Are my stepchildren's mom going to send me a Valentine's Day card since I do all of the work? The most bizarre Google searches you could ever imagine, that doubled as a diary. So it really gave us insight into where her head was at. She was miserable. She was not happy. Find real military singles near me. She did not want to be home. She did not want to work, but she did not want to be home and raising the kids either. Well, yeah, I don't know if they were best friends or what, but they were friends. They were friends, Megsy, yeah.
Tell you no.
You tell me yes. If you want your family together because you believe
I
me.
wanted my family together. Listen to me. I wanted my family together the whole time. And listen, you're not letting me help you, so I recommend that you get in contact with this Amber lady because she offered me help and safety because I told her what I was going through, and I'm sure they'll do the same thing for you, especially.
Amber was part of the FBI, and he is giving her good advice. If you are saying this is what happened, please contact Amber and tell Amber. And we're going to hear the pretext call where they even do the 3-way with Amber. We'll get into all of it. And thank you so much, Crime Crochet Cafe. Twice, ×2. Thank you so much for the memberships. Congratulations. Whoever just received the membership, please thank C Cubed. Yeah, she was a sadist and guilty of parental alienation, then blaming Landon for it. Yes.
All that you've been through with you're telling me about the social media stuff and people chasing you around, you said in the email. So I'm going to send you her contact information, okay? And then you decide whether or not to contact her to find protection for yourself and get them this information, okay? But I got to go, okay? I got to go, Tisha. I got to go.
The question.
What question? I said I wanted you to be together, but I got to go, okay? I got to go. Bye.
People's Exhibit number 36.
All right, I'm going to pause there because I know Allie is about to go live, And that's a perfect place to pause it. And we'll pick up tomorrow with the next call. Guys, there's numerous pretext calls, and it only gets worse. It only gets worse. Do you think if they had... Okay, that's a great question, Olivia Only. And I've asked you guys this many times. Okay, put it this way. They charged Letecia before Gannon's body was found. Do I think the charges would have been dropped? Nope. Ultimately, I think the same situation would have happened. They had a lot on Letecia, and it was one of the few cases that I think could have secured a conviction even without a body. 2, if Letecia never opened her mouth, ultimately, I think they would have charged her, but I don't think it would have went on the same path because it was her mouth that really incriminated her. You know, like, think about if she never switched her story, never blew up with all the Google searches and social media posts. If she never did these pretext calls, it would have been a lot harder because it was her switching up the stories that even made them follow her and look more into it and go back into the house and find the blood and everything. So, but Allie is about to go live. I'm going to drop a link to her. So let's Jade raid over to Allie's. I know she's just doing a true crime discussion with multiple case updates. And I will be live tomorrow when I get home from work, like 7:30 Eastern, and we will continue with the next pretext call. So thank you so much for everyone for being here. Thank you for being a member and supporting the channel. It really means so much. Thank you to anybody who gifted memberships or sent a super chat. It's very much appreciated. So I will see you guys over at Allie's. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful night.
Flying down the highway in a makeshift Model TA. Woo, yeah, woo. It's a beautiful morning and it's gonna be a beautiful day. The wheels are humming, the guitar strumming, and the radio is blasting and good sounds are coming as we're flying down the highway in a makeshift Model TA.
She keeps on.
Keep on, keep on, keep on dancing all through the night.
She keeps on.
Keep on doing it right.
She keeps on.
Keep on moving.
She keeps on.
Keep on moving.
She keeps on.
Dancing all through the night.
You can hear the music from 26 miles away. Smiling is happy, and happy is here to stay. Yeah.
Keeps on. Keeps on. Keeps on.
Keep on dancing all through the night.
Keeps on.
Keep on doing it right.
Keeps on.
Keep on moving. Gonna
Keeps on.
keep on moving.
Keeps on.
Singing and dancing all through the night.
Keeps on.
Keep on dancing all through the night.
She keeps on talking to me.
Keep on